Hi guys, Plenty here. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and turn on the notification button. Yes. So this is a quick one, yeah? This video is kind of impromptu, but I think I'll make it regardless. So a lot of people keep asking me, how did you learn Chinese? How did you become fluent? And all of that. So I just want to share a little backstory as regards to that. Yeah, back then when I started learning Chinese, that was in 2020. I just registered then at the Confucius Institute, and then after a few weeks we started classes. We just learned for about 1 month, and the virus stuff came up, and then we just learned for 1 month. The classes ended, so everyone just went home. And then luckily for some of us, then we already got the textbooks, the K1 textbook then, so we just started studying on our own. Then we had online classes. Sometimes we just had online classes. If you could participate, fine. If you couldn't, fine. But then I couldn't because of some reasons. I couldn't just join the online classes. So what I did was, sometimes I had a phone then that belonged to someone. So sometimes when after the classes just downloads in the person's phone, and when the person is chanced, just gives me the phone, and I just go through it and grab as much as I can. But mostly I was just learning on my own. Yes, I was just learning on my own. When we did the online classes before everything closed up, not the online classes, the physical classes, we just started introduction into the basics. Yes, the pinyin system. That's why I always emphasize on pinyin. Yes, because if you can grab pinyin, it makes your Chinese learning journey much more seamless. Yes. So that time, the pinyin, we already got introduced to it, the tones, the initials, and finals. So during the lockdown, it was easier for me, and I just kept studying on my own, kept learning on my own. I kept every day, I was just on the textbook. I'll learn. Like I said, that time I didn't really own a phone of my own, so I just had to keep everything, just putting everything into that textbook to see what I could grab from it. Yes. Then moving on, in the online classes, after they finished the level 1, teacher dropped the level 2 textbook in the group, so I downloaded it and I then continued learning there all through to level 3 and then level 4. Level 4 textbook was, because it was into 2 parts, the part A and part B, that's the Shang and Xia. So I downloaded that one, and I had to print that one out because that one was a whole lot. So I printed it out and I kept reading it every day. I kept reading it. Then most times I also used YouTube. Yes, so I went to YouTube. I searched up on those Chinese teachers that have different videos on Chinese learning, how to master the basics, the sentence structures, and all of that. So I feel I did most of immersion. Yes, immersion. I was just very, very conscious of this Chinese language. When I'm watching videos, I just want to turn on the subtitle. I just want to see Chinese. When I see Chinese videos, I just want to pause it and I'll read the characters one by one. Even if I'm just able to pronounce or recognize ni in the whole sentence, I'm just so happy that I'm able to grab one little by little. I'm going to still grab more and more. So that time, the journey was very, very exciting for me. Yeah. So yeah, and then I also recommend Fluentu, but truth be told, I didn't really use Fluentu to learn my Chinese. I didn't, because I just did more of textbook, then videos, music, audio. Sometimes I'll even put on podcasts. I just want to see them speak Chinese, and I just want to see the subtitles. I just want to pause it and pick out the characters as much as I could. So I just kept picking it up here and there from hearing, from music, from everything, until I was able to accumulate this much here. But then something that shouldn't be very emphasized, when I started learning, I could remember my first classes back then. I'm like, wow, this language, it's going to be really, 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 really interesting. Because I could remember the first time our teacher then wrote characters on the board, like he used characters to write the date on the board. I'm like, is this a drawing? What's this? It was just kind of just give someone this kind of curiosity mindset. You're just so curious. When am I going to learn this? I just want to speak Chinese. I just want to speak fluently. So yes, starting up then, it wasn't really that, it was that easy. No. Especially grabbing the tones, the differentiating the yes, and some of those words, pronouncing the most of the initials, that's the T, the C, the S, the X, yes, all of that. So back then, it was really something foreign and something that required effort. Yes, effort. I won't lie. It's really, really, learning Chinese really requires effort. So yeah, that's basically it, I guess. That's basically it. So I learned my Chinese a little offline, that's on site, just for 1 month, and then others were a little part of online, and then self-studying. Yeah, so that's it. So this is just my advice for you. If you want to go into Chinese learning, you want to start up your Chinese learning journey, yes, it's doable. It's doable. It might not really be that easy to learn as per se, but yes, all you just need is immersion. See everything that you want to do centered around the language. In any little thing you want to do, just try to inculcate that Chinese part. Yes, even if you want to say something, you just try to say it in Chinese. If you see a word, oh, this thing is this in English, you try to say it in Chinese. Even if you don't know it, you can check it up on it. Next time when you encounter that word, it makes it easier for you to remember. Yes, it makes it very easy for you to remember. So yeah, this is just your prompt to 加油，对，不要放弃啊！中文可能并不是那么容易学的，我以前说过了。但是如果你能够付出努力的话，你肯定会学会的。这个我保证你的，我保证你的。对呀，然后呢，你就多学习呀，多知道知识，多读书啊，对，你肯定会学会中文的，是啊。那好的，I'll see you guys in my next video, okay? 再见。